Today's tutorial is a Blender 3D tutorial, and we're going to be looking at adding different colors or materials to different faces on an object. Here we are with the default view. I'm going to quickly just here split the screen by right-clicking, clicking split, and choosing where I want to split it. And I'm just going to get some different views here. On the number pad, I'm going to hit 7 here, 1 here, and 0 here, and that just gets the step on how I like it. And what I'm going to do is I have this default cube selected. Now if we go over here to our shading menu, which is F5, we'll click that, and it already has a default material. If not, you just click add material right here and we'll add a new material, and we can give that a color. We'll give it a red color. Let me move the lighting here so we got good lighting over by the camera, and I'll hit F12, and you can see we've got a red cube. But now let's say we want this face on this cube to be a different material, so we can make it a different color or apply a different texture to it. It's simple enough. Select that cube and hit tab to go into edit mode, and then hit control tab and choose faces. So now we can select the faces, and I'll right click this face here. Now we'll come down here to our F9 window, which is editing. And you can see that we have link and materials, and we have one material for this object. What we're going to do is we're going to hit new. We're going to click on the little color box here. We'll choose a different color. We'll make it a blue color, and we will click assign, and it has now assigned that color to that cube, and we'll hit F12 to see that. You can see that side is blue. If we go back to the shading editor and look at our materials, you can see that it has now created a second material here, which is a blue material. Once again, we can also select this face over here. Go back to our editing window, which is F9. Click new. We'll give it a new color. We'll give it a green color. We'll click assign, and it assigns it to our selected face. And we'll hit F12 here. And you can see the rendering out. We have a green, blue, and red. Now I'm going to go out of edit mode by hitting tab, and I will rotate this cube around so that we can see another side of it. So here we can see we have two red sides here. I'm going to hit tab to go back in, back into edit mode, and I'll select this face here. And if I want to add a material to that face that already exists, I just select that face, find the material in here. So I'll choose this green one here, and I'll hit assign. We'll hit F12. You can see now both those faces are green. I can change it to the blue. I'll choose the blue and click assign, and it assigns it to whatever's selected. We'll hit F12, and you can see now we have blue there. Now if I want to make this red side here and this green side blue, I can select both of them, go to the blue material and click assign, and now we have a blue material on those sides of the box. If we rotate it some more, you'll see that side's blue. We still have a red side there and a red side there. So basically whatever you select as far as faces goes, that's what you can assign it to. And once again, to get into that, you choose the box, hit tab to go into edit mode, and then control tab, and you choose faces, and that's your select mode, because you can select edges, vertices, or faces. In this case we want faces. So I hope you found this tutorial useful. Let me add one more thing to it before I finish out here. I'll hit delete here. Let's say that you create a path in a 2D program like GIMP and then import it in here and extrude it. I've done tutorials on that before, making logo type stuff. Or if you can create a text like so, we'll say www.filmsbychris.com. We'll center that up and we'll extrude it. We'll get out of edit mode by hitting tab here, and you can see it extruded there. I'm going to extrude it a little bit more. Now if you want the face of this or certain letters to be certain colors, you can assign a material to it by selecting that object, going to materials or shading here, which is F5, and click add new, and we can give it a color. I'll give it a blue color here. You can hit F12. You can see that rendered out there. Let's rotate it here so that we can render it out and see it a little bit better. There we go. Let's say I wanted to make the films part a different color. If you go into edit mode, you can't select different faces, and that's because it's a path object. We want to make it a mesh. So after selecting that object, go to Object, go up to Convert Object Type, or just hit Control C and choose Mesh. And now it's a mesh object. Now we can go in here, hit Tab to go into edit mode. We can hit Control Tab, choose Faces, and then we can choose some faces like so. And we can go here and we can add a new, we'll make it red, and we will assign it. Now if we hit F12, you can see the films part is red. So text, which is basically a curve or a path, doesn't really have faces, so you can't select the separate faces. So you have to convert it to a mesh. There's too many W's in that, I just noticed. Anyway, so you have to make it a mesh object if you want to select faces. The problem is if you do that to a text object, once you convert it, you can no longer edit the text because it's a mesh object, so keep that in mind. But that is adding different materials to different faces in a single object in Blender 3D. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you visit filmsbychris.com for more video tutorials like this, and also check out our forum at filmsbychris.com.